Good evening, fellow Edison enjoyers. My name is Riskii, and today is a special day as it marks my first steps into the YouTube landscape. And what better day to start those steps with an almost 55 minutes banger interview with our Belgian Yu-Gi-Oh player HO-MING, who has been on a total rampage last month with La Crème de la Crème, a top 8 finish at YCS LILLE 2024. We will discuss his recent performances, Edison in general, and provide a deep dive into his three deck lists, also his side deck and overall card choices. For the lazy lurkers amongst us, a link for each deck list will be provided in the description below. Please bear in mind we are Belgian, so English is not our mother tongue, so brace yourselves, language errors are coming. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Enjoy. So, welcome, HO-MING.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be on this channel. Thank you very much.
Yes,
To-
yes, the first video. How are you? Feeling good?
Uh, I'm pretty good. I'm a little bit sick after New York, but it's fine. I'm trying to get healthy again and try to compete everything what I can do. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The corona is kicking everywhere, so hopefully it isn't that. But yeah,
it's
we'll
negative.
see.
It's negative. It's
It's
fine.
negative.
Yes,
Perfect,
right.
perfect,
That's
perfect.
it. Oh,
So yeah, HO-MING. Um, why why did I invite you here? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a brief player introduction. So tell me something about yourself. When did you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? When did you quit modern Yu-Gi-Oh? What
yeah.
drove you back towards Edison? All those kind of things.
Yes. I played Yu-Gi-Oh when it started. The first structure decks from Yugi and Kaiba. That's like in 2000. But then when I played very competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, that started in like when I was 14.
Hmm.
My friends go to the Outpost Antwerp and they let me play that you can play very competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. And then I started to play easy decks. Um, but yeah,
Easy
as
decks.
a student, yeah, I thought the Dragons will be the best deck ever. Always thought, but when you play competitive, you understand it's not like that.
Yeah, I imagine like everyone who started, it was like the Lord of D with Flute of Summoning Dragon, and that was like the most broken combo in the world. Yeah,
In these,
we.
and then they lightning vortex. You was like, oh well, what they play that?
Yeah. Pain, pain. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you competed for a pretty long time, but during which period did you quit Yu-Gi-Oh?
yeah. So like I said before, I played in the Teldet format, then the Edison format. I played it. Last one was hat format. 2014.
Yeah.
The last time I have a great competition was like at my nationals, Belgium nationals. I was in the finals, but I lost against Infernity. And after that, then Pendulum came up, and my mojo, like my playing still skills, I was not more in the mood to continue to play competitive.
Yeah.
So was the time I stopped.
Yeah, it's like the same format when I quit. Yeah, it was after Dragon Rulers and just before Pendulum. Yeah, since I don't even know how to Pendulum summon, so that's uh, that's something. So what drove you back towards Edison?
Yeah, it started with. I'm sorry. It started when I played Gold format back when because the hype was back to old school, and I tried to explain that to my friends. Let's play old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And after that, Edison 3 years ago started with some YouTube channels like Keegan and other stuff to inspire me. Like, oh, let's play synchro format. Like we played synchro format a long time ago, and it was very fun to do. And after you saw all the deck lists on Edison format, you just want to play everything, and I just keep buying cards and buying cards. It was very expensive.
Yeah, funny thing you say buying. Tell me about your Edison card collection.
Yeah, so I started with getting everything full, everything ultimate, everything super, so like CP, three trap tissues, CP Book of Moons. I got everything, but after a while, like getting three ultimate deaths, you play then a little bit competitive with people, and they shuffle your deck so hard. I was like, please don't do that.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like the $1,000 deck, and you shuffle my deck like it's like paper. It's like no way, no way.
No
Um,
way. Do
no,
you double sleeve? Do you double sleeve or not?
no, I don't. I didn't
Nah.
double sleeve that.
Nah.
I was
Nah.
really painful to see that when I play old format, gold format.
Yeah.
Also, I played two super CP metamorphosis, and they were like shuffling my deck like crazy. I was like,
Oh man.
stop that, please.
Yeah, yeah,
Really.
that's it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah.
So of that moment, I decided for like sell my whole collection.
Yeah.
Everything I sold it for at one buyer, and I got everything common. Just everything three times common. Every card you play in Goat, every card you play in Edison, three times, six times doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everything in common.
I mean, yeah, if you want to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, it's yeah, it's almost the best to play commons since they don't budge, they do nothing.
Yeah,
So yeah, they stay flat.
I
So that's
started with two maps, and now I have seven maps.
yeah, that's a problem since I'm also like trying to foil everything out, but I see my deck they just the cards they budge, they yeah, it's not good. So commons most of the time commons are like the best to play in my opinion at least.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Also, my friends, when I introduce them to play that game, they want to play, but they don't have the cards. So I can borrow them everything. So if
yeah,
they need
yeah,
the whole deck, they just one night before the tournament, okay, what do you want to play? Here's the whole deck. Every synchro, every card you need, every staple, every side card. Doesn't matter. You can text me. I got it for you.
yeah. The hero we need, not the hero we deserve.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about the last few months. They've been pretty impressive in terms of tops, I would say. You won the 50 plus player case tournament in Eindhoven, the Netherlands. You
Nice.
sadly just missed top 16 at RBET New York with a 16
17th
record.
place.
Yeah,
Yes.
17th place. I will show the screenshot. And of course, the top 8 at the recent YCS in Lille.
Yes.
I already know how you feel about these results since you told me in private, but please tell the audience the stage is yours.
Yeah.
This is a venting
Uh,
room.
yeah, it's so I noticed it was a very big Edison month. Every weekend it was the Edison tournament. So it was scheduled very good, and I prepared myself in July to play a deck, train it, play it with friends, and continue to do well. And I then have everything. I chose Blackwing to do it. So my results were the first one very good. I won the event like the underdog because of some matchups was very difficult. But after RBT and then Lille, I saw some other dynamic in the deck, so I could change it to play it on my style. And of course, I do a lot of research, watch a lot of YouTube, and continue testing all the cards I have. And I do too much reading sometimes when I read my cards. So what can I play in my deck? I was like, oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning already. It's like, oh, I need to go to work tomorrow. Oh, but yeah, I hope I hoped that I could top more,
Yeah.
but it was yeah, some experience to get from these Edison events.
Yeah, of course. As a competitor myself, every tournament you play, you want to win. That's for sure. So
Yeah,
yeah, when we talked about your recent results, you were like kind of disappointed, especially for the YCS in Lille. You had the feeling there was something more that you could win the whole thing. So what was that like?
yeah. When you played 2 weekends before the Blackwing and you changed your deck so much that you finally got your own style and
Yeah.
you go 7-1.
Hmm.
So every matchup you got and every play you make, because it's your own feeling of deck, you know what to do. But then at top eight, I played the Lightsworn, and he just set me out of it. Like
Yeah.
every card he play is like he opens Solar Charge. Oh, mill a Wolf, 3 before Celestia, cost 4, again a Wolf, then activate another card, a Wolf again. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That am I going
Yeah.
to lose like that in the top eight? I was like, no, that was so bad for me.
Yeah, I mean, Lightsworn, it kind of works like that. Sometimes they just have their day and they can win the whole thing, and sometimes they brick and they go 0-3 drop. So yeah, that's kind of the DNA of the deck, I would say. But yeah, it sucks that you have to face it in top and they have the God Mills. That's
Yeah,
really unfortunate on your part.
and actually,
Uh,
game one, I should have won that, but I
yeah,
made myself do something like conservative, protective, and not go for big damage. And then after he win with because he got Judgment Dragon. So I
yeah,
give Lightstorm too much time at the
yeah,
game one, and game two he was like he doesn't need time. He just go all off and he wins.
yeah.
That's so bad of. Yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, the events. Just a quick dive into RBET New York, of course. Yeah,
Mhm.
meeting all the NA Edison content creators, all the NA players that we see on YouTube pretty much every day. How was that? How was the vibe over there?
Oh, it was very nice to meet the guys on YouTube. Like yeah, when you just arrive at the tournament, you already saw some people outside waiting. I was like, nice. I see them. I saw him on YouTube. Direct
Were you
in my
fanboying or not? Were you
yeah. I
fanboying?
was so
Yeah,
fanboying this
yeah,
time. Yeah, I was
yeah,
really like, where's my pen? I just bought a new pen
yeah.
to ask their autographs and was like searching everywhere. Oh, got it. But then the tournament is about to start, so they were in the line waiting. And every time I was in the line, I was like, okay, ask a friend of mine, take my stuff. I need to ask him for an autograph. So I went there, asked him, get a nice chat. He asked me where I was. They were very friendly. I came from Belgium, and they were like, "What? You came from Europe to come here?" I was like, "Yeah, definitely, definitely."
To play
Yeah, to play
Yu-Gi-Oh?
with you
What?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for Yu-Gi-Oh. Very nice.
To show the European dominance.
Uh, I
Uh,
tried my best. I
you
tried my
tried your
best.
best. Yeah, you tried your best.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome since I saw your binder with like all these signed Blackluster soldiers. I saw
yeah,
signatures of E3, of course, the godfather of Edison, I would say.
yeah.
James Ark, Fraser Smith, Kevin Wu,
Tech
Gary.
face,
Yeah,
Eric
insane.
Chen. Like yes,
Yeah,
very
really
nice.
insane.
Yes.
Yeah, so Ho-Min, let's take a look at your deck. We'll start with the one you played at Eindhoven.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, Ho-Min, why Blackwing?
Yeah. Blackwing was my first competitive deck in the old days. Because yeah, you know, Christia or Judgment Dragons, LT or like that, they are way too expensive. And Blackwing was everything was common except Vayu was secret. Dark Arms was gold series or something like that. So back then it was a cheap deck, so I played it a long time beforehand. Uh, and now I thought I need a deck that I know to win all the three events. And that's why I chose Blackwing. I was familiar with it. I played a lot with it. I know what it does. And in the events, it changed a little bit more
Yeah,
to my style.
just like a comfort pick. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true.
like that. Okay, so let's take a look at your deck lists. Monster lineup pretty standard. Yeah, the only question in Blackwing is, do you play one value? Do you play two value? You chose to play two, which
Yeah.
is which I agree upon. I like the two value list as well. But then what do we have here? Cold Wave.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw it in a video of True Hero.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. I followed his interview. I noticed his arguments of how you should play it, and I like the cold wave because indeed with cold wave you can make your plays go off, and you choose when to activate it. So the moment when I activate it, I know I'm gonna push for a game or
yeah,
push for a big board that like I'm safe for 2 turns. In his turn, in my turn. That's why I need to get it the cold wave in action.
yeah. So you always use it to push for game.
Yeah, or for taking control over the whole field. I just
Yeah,
need to have my play go through.
yeah. Makes
Yes.
sense. Makes sense. Also, I see the two draw traps. Legacy of Yadagaratsu. Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much a staple nowadays in Blackwing. How do you
Yeah.
like them? You like it?
Um, I like it before because
Mm-hmm.
indeed when the showcase when a lot of people just MSC or just Icarus your random back row without thinking, and you can make plus of it. Or the moment when you set two legacies and they storm, I was like, nice. I can
Yeah,
just legacy, draw two, and you just waste your storm. But yeah, it happened before in Eindhoven, so I was like glad with those two cards.
yeah. For the rest, I see two other cards that aren't like staples. One of them is Gorse. A lot of players don't play Gorse in Blackwings because they're like, when I play Black Whirlwind, I set a lot of traps. I don't want Gorse to be dead, a dead draw during the middle or end game. What's your philosophy behind it?
Yeah, I play Gors because there are in Eindhoven or like our community, there are a lot of random decks. Like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say rogue, yeah, a little bit, or it's a little bit rogue decks.
yeah,
There's Gaia, there's like plants, there's X Sabers that just go off or something like that. There are a lot of so many decks. So I thought in Eindhoven there will be a lot of variety of decks. Not everything plays Blackwing or other stuff. So I needed something to defend my life points when I needed it by just setting my legacies, and they don't OTK me like that. That's why the core saved me a lot of times, and it helped me in some games that it's not a mirror match.
yeah. It's also something I experience. Like people, they just attack. Like at Eindhoven as well. They just attack and they hope you don't have Gorse, and that's why I play Gorse in almost every deck I play, just to punish those kind of players.
Yeah, it happened when I played against a zombie guy. He just attacked me with the zombie master. I was like, okay, drop guard,
Yeah.
and then he said three back row. I like, oh nice. I just cold wave him, summon Shura with it.
Ouch.
Every
Ouch.
I attack with everything with the Kalutz. Then I get my value and Memphis too. I just with token and value I can make this great. I was the next turn. I was still safe of those three back row.
Yeah. GG, well played.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And then the second card, of course, Torrential Tributes. I'm not a Blackwing player, but I don't know why a lot of Blackwing players don't play Torrential Tributes. It seems to me that the card is too good on its own. So I have no idea why you wouldn't play it. But why do you play it?
I play it because it's a board wipe. There are a lot of frogs decks. They just super dupe lock you or dupe lock you. It's like everything. They just summon a monarch. I activate my torrential. Then this time their dupe frogs is like +3 for me. So I need to play the torrential, and always those rogue decks. Uh, out of nowhere, they just try to OTK you as like, okay, wait, just a second, just torrential, you're bored, I'm safe. I just summon Blizzard against, get my Shura or Bora. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like I the torrential is really needed, as if you got so many different kind of decks. If you go to a play locals and they only play like mirror matches of something like one kind of deck, then okay, you can cut the torrential.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at your side decks. So I see one Cyber Dragon. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of yeah. No need to talk about that. I think.
Mhm.
Double
Yeah.
Fossil Dyna, really nice. One
It's
Raikou and one Mind Control. Yeah, tell me something about your Raikou.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I got it from Kevin Sang. Oh no, what's it? Kevin Chai or something like Eric Chai. Eric Chai was it? Um, yeah, you need an out against Consecrated Light.
Yeah,
Really, Consecrated Light is like the card that blocks your whole deck, and Raikou is the card so you can flip it, destroy back row if you want it, or you can just destroy the Consecrated Light that's on the field. You just really need to get off of it.
mm,
And the people really think when the moment you set in Blackwing, they
it's
really think
Vayu.
it's just a value.
Yeah.
They always think it's a value. I was like, okay, just keep attacking then. Okay, pop your card, back row, my turn. I can continue everything what I want. And it's also what the combination of Raikou and Mind Control against Fire Turbo.
Yeah, it's really good. Steal the hamster because hamster is actually really good against Blackwing because they almost always keep it in,
Yeah,
or at least yeah one or two depending what they play. Yeah, yeah, actually really good because normally like Blackwing players they play Nobleman of Crossout, right? To out it.
yeah,
Yeah,
true. But I don't like Nobleman if you don't play book.
yeah,
Like
makes
Nobleman,
sense.
the moment you have Nobleman and they have field control, it's a dead card in your hands. But because they're not gonna set any cards.
No,
The
no.
moment when you have field control,
Yeah,
yeah, then they're gonna set their monster. But the moment they set something, they also have back row to maybe it's an Icarus attack or something else to chainable to even chain off your no one result. So it's still a minus. Like the moment I can start, I just mind control. Oh, it's a hamster. Flip it. Get my Raikou. I already have a +1.
yeah,
So what you gonna do about it? But now, yeah, nobleman was like I nobleman it or I summon and then nobleman it. It doesn't matter. It's not always gonna happen really good.
mm, yeah, makes
But in the
sense.
future, it's maybe another thing wise if they play a lot of flip flop. Then yeah, because spy is also a card that you don't really want to see.
Yeah, true that, true that. And then the Fishers, a
Oh,
card we almost never see. And you even
consecrate light,
cite two.
really.
It's just two
Really?
out consecrated lights. Yeah,
Consecrated Light is the card that kills you. It really needs to go. In my playtesting with other rogue decks or at my locals, everybody summons Consecrated Light, and I was like standing there. I'm dead again.
yeah.
How can I not summon? Or where's my Icarus attack? When they see a Consecrated Light, I don't see my Icarus attack.
Icarus
I
attack.
was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, that's why I when because I play Amaryllis, I cite two consecrated lights and two royal decree. The combination of those two cards normally it's like an OTK
Yeah, it blocks
against Blackwing.
it
Yeah,
blocks my back row and my monsters.
but Fisher is actually a pretty
The
solid
out.
out. You just play Fisher and you move along with your day. It's actually yeah pretty good.
Yeah, I even sided in mirror matches because when they have like summon Shura with
Yeah,
Whirlwind and then two back row or something like that,
yeah,
it should be that there should be somewhere an Icarus attack. So just fissure that monster, and then summon your monster. If it's the bottomless, it's the bottomless. But then after that, you can still set your back row. You don't need to face Icarus attack,
yeah.
and you lost your board. So that's why the fissure in mirror match is also okay. It's a one for one.
Yeah,
But yeah, sometimes you just need to get rid of that monster to set your back row to be
yeah.
safe.
Yeah, it makes a lot of cards pretty much dead, like as you already mentioned, Icarus attack, sometimes even Kalut. If they have Blackwing, Whirlwinds, they summon Shura, they search a Kalut, you know they have the Kalut. Next turn you
Yeah.
can just Fisher it. Yeah, it's really, really good in those matchups. Then yeah, of course, Staple, Dust Tornado. Yeah, nothing to say
Yes.
about those cards. Then Lighting Prisoning Mirror, just
Yeah.
for Lightsworn, Christia
Yeah.
Swarm. Yeah,
It was for Lightsworm or Christian Swarm,
yeah.
and I noticed in Eindhoven, like the Netherlands, they really like to play Lightsworm.
Yeah,
So that's why
I
I tried.
lost terribly against Christia Sworn because I was
No.
under prepared for that deck.
Yeah. I know the players there, so I know they like to play a lot of Lightsworm. But then I just slide this one in. But
Yeah.
then when I go to the tournament, there was like just two Lightsworn players of the 54 people. I was like, where are the rest of those Lightsworns? Oh,
Yeah. No, nobody knows. At the bottom tables, probably. Then yeah, Starlight Roads. You have something
mirror
to say
match.
about that? Mirror match. Yeah, pretty.
Yeah,
Gladiator Beast probably as well.
yeah. I always said it also. Yeah,
Yeah. Then deck devastation virus. There's like a trend going on that people start to main one deck devastation virus. I saw like a true hero also maining one. How do you feel
hmm
about the cards in the main and the sides?
it's not really main for me. I tried it before and I don't get off my deck devastation. Because when it's Shum, Shura, or Bora, you just need to wait if you could attack with the Kalut, then they get stronger to do the deck devastation. Or you need to really see your Sirocco to get it. But when you summon Sirocco or something else, you usually have big damage.
Yeah.
So you don't want to waste the deck dev just like that.
Uh,
Yeah, or you need to waste your Blizzard to make a Armored Wing to make it live. But like, yeah, it's just a side card. If you play mirror match, the deck dev is not that great. It's only against Kaluts and maybe the Blizzards. But
yeah.
after that, no, just side is good for me.
Yeah. And then yeah, one solemn judgment also in the sides. Yeah, against what specific matchup?
Yeah, when when you play Solemn main, I don't know why, but I always get to uh,
The f-
pairings with the Emeritus Burn,
the
and you
4K burn.
really don't
Yeah.
want to activate the Solemn against
No,
that.
you don't. Yeah.
And in a mirror match, if you start it too early, 4,000, the next turn they can Sirocco, Bora, and a Kalut
Yeah.
is way over.
Yeah.
So I decided because I want to play my Cold Wave and Legacy.
Yeah.
But when you want to win game two or you want to make it control, then I decided in.
Yeah, makes sense. Not a huge Solemn Judgment fan as well. I like it in control decks, like decks where you play a lot of back row, but yeah, in my opinion, Blackwing is like more of an aggro deck, aggro mid-rangey deck. So yeah, in my opinion, Solemn Judgment is too slow, and as you said already, you never want to pay 4,000 life points to activate a Solemn Judgment. You almost never want to do that in this meta.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the problem. So, and in the yeah, oh, I just timed out. Gonna quick resets. And the last two cards were yeah, pulling the rock. Yeah, pretty much Edison staples as well. Nothing
yeah.
special there. So
You need
yeah,
something against Monarch.
yeah, of course, yeah. The second you actually played against Frogs in the finals, right? Of Eindhoven.
Yeah, I played Dream Frogs in the finals of
Yeah,
Eindhoven, and the pull in the rocks really saved me. They were really nice.
yeah,
They couldn't do the Unifrog attack. I still keep my prisons in, and yeah,
yeah.
got a great finals. Got a great finals.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, then the second deck lists of RBT New York. Main deck almost, yeah, I think the same. Yeah, the same. Just the side deck, a few minor changes I see. What? No
Yeah,
Cyber Dragon. My Body as a Shield. You expected to
yeah.
have mirror matches.
Yeah. When in Eindhoven, I played like one, two, three, four, five. No, yeah, 5 times a mirror match.
Yeah, the
It
top
was
tables were like Blackwing infested, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of Blackwing players in the mirror match, and I noticed in the mirror match I'm missing something, and I really need to get my summon go off,
Yeah.
or I need to keep my monster on the field to do some plays. And really, my body should have helped me, and in the RBT, it helped me against Black Rose. So yeah, I was still saved, and I had something extra against the side against Lightsworn, because you see, I put down the Lighting Prison Mirror is
Ah, yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. My body as a shield. Like my body as a shield on a black rose. That's nasty. That's really nasty.
Yeah, he wants to break my whole board. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
then just activate that. You lost 2 cards, 3 cards. I'm making Black Rose. So okay, fine.
The pain.
I got +4. It's okay. I'm good.
For the rest, yeah, almost the same, just minus the lightning imprisoning mirror. Dark illusion. Tell me
Yeah.
about it. It's such a cool card. I love the artwork. I think it was like Fraser Smith who was like pushing this card into people's main decks in with Blackwing. If I would play Blackwing, I would main it. I really like it.
Mhm.
The card.
I tried it main before,
Yeah.
but I already play Cold Wave and Legacies and the Dark Illusion. Then is it should be the fourth tech card.
Yeah.
Gore is also a tech card. It's not really always to play main. But with the Dark Illusion, you will see if you play a lot of more with your deck, it's like too many cards. That's not so like making your deck consistent. And I was like, so many times I play Cold Wave, I draw the next turn, I draw Dark Illusion. Will I set it, or I? It's like, will I activate Cold Wave, or will I set a Dark Illusion, or will I do something else with my plays? It's like too much of cards that you want to play in your deck,
Mhm.
but it's not helping you.
No. Yeah.
No. If Cold Wave goes out, I would definitely play the Dark Illusion. Then
Okay.
yeah, then you can set 2 cards. Dark Illusion protects your monsters. Um, but then I tried it inside. If you see the next decklist, Dark Illusion is gone again.
Yeah. So let's move on towards the third deck list. YCS Lil. Yeah, a
Yeah.
few changes even in the main deck. Uh, the first thing that I noticed, you dropped the Legacies of Yadagaratsu and you
Yeah.
added Solemn Judgment and Compulse.
Yes, the side is changed. Also, like yeah, when you go to RBT, you played a lot of mirror. Let's see my matchups. There was some mirror. Yeah, 2 times there was some light storms. Um, yeah, it changed my view of thinking. Like they really are anticipating the legacies, so they're not getting baited. They'll not just activate the storm, or they do not activate their MST on a random card. They keep their cards, and the legacy is just sitting there waiting to get the chain. Or I really need some extra card, then I activate it myself.
Yeah.
But there are some great players in RBT, and they really read well that it was a legacy.
Mm,
So they just leave it on the field, keep attacking, didn't fear anything. I was like, damn.
yeah.
I I I did it too to another player. Already read him from Dead is Legacy and just leave it for 3 turns. Didn't activate my storm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
kind of the
yeah,
drawback of the draw cards, as I would say. That once people read it, it's really bad. It's really bad. It actually does nothing. Yeah.
yeah. That's
So
why I want to
why?
have a real card to set
Yeah,
or
I
to
imagine.
keep.
I imagine. So the compulse. Why compulse?
Yeah, I played in the RBC against some X Sabers, some zombies, some Gaia. It's like I need something chainable
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of a monster, or it happened before. I activate Whirlwinds, Samashura. They only have one back row, and it's always that bottomless.
Yeah,
That's like,
always. Yeah.
okay, compel my Shura back. Okay, next turn. You can only have one bottomless, right? I know sometimes there's a second, but no.
Yeah.
Second turn, summon again. Okay, I can search. Thank you. I can search. Man, I'm first one. Oh, really?
Just
Just needed that extra.
homing casually playing cards, saying if I have Shura Whirlwinds, he always sees Shura Whirlwinds.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I saw it a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, figures. Yes, and then maybe the spiciest edition of your 55 cards. The
This,
selection.
yes,
Total droids.
amazing that card in Lille. I got a lot of mirror matches, and in the mirror matches, they were like, "What the hell did you play against me?" I yeah, the selection is just paying 1,000 life points and destroy a monster that he summons with the same type of monster you got. So when you play mirror match, I already have my Blackwing on the field. They want to summon his Sirocco. I was like, no, I will pay 1,000 life points, get rid of your Sirocco. My turn again, I will attack. So I stall one turn more to get
Yeah,
more damage to him. That selection was so good. He already had his Icarus set, and he thought from okay, I summon if he has a response, I will Icarus his backcore. He was like he summons, no, get rid of it. He reads my card. It was like, are you kidding me? It's a counter. Oh no.
yeah, yeah. Actually, when you showed me like last locals, I was like, what does that card even do? I remember the artwork. It's like it's a ship, and what does it actually do? But yeah, it kind of makes sense in the mirror. But it also has some like very niche applications as well. For example, if you synchro summon a Stardust, for example,
Yeah,
it doesn't say that you only need to control one type. It says you need to control the type on the field.
yeah.
So if you have a Stardust, you can just like negate, for example,
At
a
Dark Horn.
Dark Arm
Yeah.
Dragon. So that's insane actually. It has some like very niche applications.
Yeah, I like it very much in the mirrors. And when the moment they try to summon his lizard, it's also like no effect for you. It's perfect.
Yeah,
So
that's really
yeah,
nasty. So and what do you side out for the double selection?
what did I side out actually? Yeah.
Good question. Good question.
Hmm.
I suppose you just play. You only play it when you go first, right?
The selection, yeah, in mirror matches I just tied it in, and
Yeah.
after that,
But when
oh,
you go
it's,
second as well, of only when you go first.
second as well.
Ah, second as
Um,
well. Okay.
yeah, yeah, but you just need to have fissure and selection. So you fissure that monster, you summon your monster, so there will be no Icarus attack. You attack. Oh, it's no prison. Set selection. They open his whirlwind, summon again. No selection. Get rid of it. Then it's already a dead whirlwind on the field. I can set my Icarus next turn to pop it. I'm like safe on this. The selection was really doing his work in the
Yeah.
mirrors.
MVP. MVP.
Yeah, true, 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 true. In the YCS Lille, I was like my counts. I played if I had Turbo, I sided in. Then Blackwing, two times Blackwing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did very well.
Yeah. Just talking about YCS Lil. If we take a look at the top eight, because you finished top eight. yeah, we actually see a perfect example of the diversity of the format with a lot of crazy and unique lists, like 7 unique lists, no value, no frogs. It was absolutely crazy. During the preparation, do you mainly focus on the mirror, on the big tree, or do you try to play test against a variety of decks? How do you prepare for those kind of events?
Every time when you play a tournament, you need to be prepared for the big three. That's Blackwing, frogs, what kind of any kind of frogs doesn't matter, and the Fire Turbo. There's always those big three you need to be careful of. Um, and eventually, my side deck is really against mirrors. You have your fissure, you can play mirror, your my body, the selections. And then against Frogs, you have your Pouring the Rugs and Fossil Dynas. Against Fire Turbo, you have your selection also. You can play it against their Circle and also the Rico Mind Control. So my whole side deck is against those big three,
Yeah,
and that's why I lost in the top eight against Lightsworn. I didn't have a decent side against Lightsworn.
yeah, yeah. Happens, I guess.
Happens,
Yeah,
happens. Yeah,
yeah. As you already said, when Lightsworn when they pop off, there even if you cite 5 cards against them, it doesn't really matter if they sack you, they sack you. It kind of is like that sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
So we already touched on yeah the top three. A lot of people think that way, like Blackwing, some kind of frog variants, and Fire Turbo. But what is your personal top five of the Edison formats? So we're searching for 2 other decks.
Two other decks. I
Yeah,
used
just
to play.
start with like the what in your opinion is the best deck, then the second, the third, the fourth, and so on and so on.
Okay, for me, I know it's still very shady, but for me, Blackwing is number one.
Hmm.
The
Not
draw, the
biased,
consistency.
not biased at all.
No, not the bias at all, but
Yeah,
no, really, the consistency of your deck. You, if with the moment you open Whirlwind Shura, it's good. It's already plus one. You set some backrow. You give pressure to your opponent, so they already know it's a hard matchup to play against. Um, and yeah, the mirrors are really not fun to play. Who sees Sirocco most, they mostly win. But yeah, you cannot play a Blackwing deck if you don't see your Dark Arm Dragon.
yeah,
You really need to see your Dark Arm Dragon to win games. And the moments like in Eindhoven, let me see. I won game one, but then game two and three, they opened dark arms. Like, oh, what you gonna do about it? Two times in a row, round five and six. Then in RBET, also it was 1-0. I almost gonna win my second game, and then the top deck dark arms. I was
Dark
like,
Arms. Yeah,
where did that card came from? Out of nowhere, breaks my whole board. He wins game two. I was like, are you kidding me?
yeah.
Where is my dark arms?
I know, like back in the day, at our locals, we always called Blackwing Dark Arm Turbo because we always memed about it. Like, yeah, it's the only weak condition of the deck. Blah blah blah. So yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
is like that. It kind of is like that.
Like in Eindhoven, I played 6 rounds of Swiss. Never saw Dark Armed. Only in the top cuts, luckily.
Yeah.
In RBT, I think I only saw it twice. Let me think about it. In Frog, no, I didn't see that. In Zombie Kaya, yeah, just twice to try to top it with it. In YCS Lille, I saw it 3 times.
Hmm.
7-1. Only lost against the German player of the last winner of the UTW in Berlin.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Very nice. It was 1-1, and then he won game three with Brionac into Dark Arms. I was like, yeah, again, losing against Dark
Hey,
Arms.
there is my Dark
Ah,
Armed.
it's so familiar. It's so
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah. Yeah, we all know the pain of facing a Dark Armed dragon, so it's nothing. It's nothing new. Yeah, so just let's talk about the in real life tournaments. There's like a trend going on. Blackwing really performs during the online events, but in real life they sometimes fall off. Why is that, you think? Because we see a lot of event coverage of NA mostly, and there
Hmm.
it's like almost dominated value to the ball, frogs, and a little bit of Blackwing. Why is that, you think? Is there like
Yeah.
a style difference between the European player? Because we have a lot of great Blackwing players in Europe, mostly Italian players.
Hmm. No, it's online and in real life. It's definitely a difference of shuffling the decks. Like I don't say I sack.
You
Sometimes I
mean
can. I
cheating? You
can.
mean
Uh,
cheating?
no, 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 not really cheating. It's like you can shuffle your deck in a kind of order to draw better, but your opponent he always can cut or shuffle your deck back. So it doesn't matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your opponent to give you back your deck. But on online, it's just yeah the computer does
Yeah,
it for
the
you.
algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different, and you get better hands online. For all the three events, I try to play on DB as much as I can with the deck
Mm-hmm.
to see how consistent it is. Yeah, in real life, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes in real life, you really need to wait a turn to summon. You need to
Yeah.
wait a turn to make your play. Sometimes I have opened I in my hand like Shura, Whirlwind, but my opponent starts first and has one set and a monster. I'm not gonna do just Whirlwind, Shura. I wait a turn. I just summon my Sirocco. Oh, it was bottomless.
Yeah.
See? I
Yeah.
was
Just
like,
being
perfect.
patient. Yeah. Being
Yeah,
patient. Yeah.
patience is the game. Sometimes I draw value with Icarus attack, and he has two sets. So, okay, set monster, set back row. So I just set my value and my Icarus. It's fine. He summons a monster, he attacks. Okay, destroy backline and the monster. Next turn, Whirlwind, Shura.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens really. So you need to read your opponents, and online you cannot read it so perfectly because you don't see your opponents.
No. The
You don't
only
touch the cards. Yeah, you don't see.
Yeah, yeah. The only good thing about playing online, at least in my experience, is the graveyards. Like you can look. It's very clear, the graveyard. Sometimes when I play in real life, yeah, for me it's been a while since I've played, so maybe I'm just rusty. But sometimes I forget about cards, even in my own graveyard or in the opponent's graveyard. On Dueling Book, I always check the graveyard like 3 times a turn or something. So that's something, at least in my experience,
Yeah.
that's different on Dueling Book. So a few questions left, some fun questions. What is, in your opinion, an underexplored archetype or deck in Edison format? Something you would like to see blossom?
I really like to play plants. Um, there are so many plant cards. Like the moment that fertilizer was introduced in the Armadillo's deck, I already have three times that fertilizer. I already had it before, like 1 year before they it was good. The
Yeah,
Mark of the Rose already before 2 years before I already have the Mark of the Rose. The Wall of Thorn is still the counter trap from the plants. It's still
Polygnosis,
laying
right?
down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's still laying down in my map, and I'm still thinking about it. So how can I make plants with those plant cards? Great.
yeah. Like even as you touch the Polynosiska, how do you write it? Ah, yeah. Look,
Yeah,
it
like
it
that.
looks it looks so broken, right?
Tribute just a plant token and you negate something.
It's
I was like, nice.
yeah.
Why don't
It's
people play it?
on paper
I
it
think
looks so broken. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Maybe there's
there's
something
still
there.
cards
Who knows?
sleeping
Yeah.
in my map that I want to play. I want to make it great, but YouTube is always before me. And yeah,
Yeah.
they make better decks, and I was like, I knew it would be a great card. I knew it, but yeah, too late.
Yes, yes. Yeah, what about Gladiator Beasts? How do you like them? Give them a rating from 0 to
I
10.
I really hate Gladiator Beast. I really don't like that guy. It's so stupid. So many back row. So I really need to be careful on my summon. I need to be careful on my attack, and then I need to be careful when I activate Icarus attack. Oh my gosh, really, Gladiator Beast is a well-round build deck.
Yeah,
I, when I play it, I will see five monsters. When an opponent plays it, it's like summon Aquarius at five. Go. What you gonna
yeah.
do about it? It's like, are you kidding
Feels
me?
Batman. Feels Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. but
Yeah, the Gladiator
yeah,
it's like they play like everything as well. They play like 20 traps or something. It's like you never know what to play around. It's yeah.
oh, it's so stupid sometimes. But
The mind games as well. They can, if you have a good Gladiator Beast player, they just mind game the shit out of you, and it's really bad to play against. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
that's why
from 0 to 10, what do you give it?
the deck build. I'm sorry, it will be like a seven,
A
solid
seven.
seven.
Okay, a
Yeah,
solid seven. Okay, that's that's nice. That's nice. And what about Gladiator Beast players? How do you rate them?
yeah. It depends on how they play the deck.
Ah, yeah.
There are a lot of
You
great players
respect. Yeah,
before.
yeah. You respect
Uh,
good players. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, there is still the player, Gladiator Beast player in our locals. We all know who it is, Alex the B.
Yeah,
He only plays Gladiator Beast, and I played with him so many times.
yeah.
He
Me as
bluffed
well.
me so many times. I was like pissed off on the deck. And yeah, when I play against another player that plays Gladiator Beast, I'm like, I already know you're gonna bluff something or you're gonna do this or that. I know your plays before you already want to do it. I was like, huh? It's
Yeah,
like
against back in the
in my mind, printed.
against Alex, I don't know, maybe it was his aura or something. You were like +5 in card advantage. He has like one card, and you're still. What's he gonna do? He's gonna win. He's gonna come back. It was crazy. It was crazy. The
So
pressure he
many,
had. Yeah,
so many times it happened before. Like,
yeah.
how is that possible? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, let's wrap things up here. What's next for you? Edison, do you still enjoy Edison? You're still gonna chase YCS victory. You're gonna explore other formats, maybe Tengu hat formats, which is booming at the moment. What's next? What are the plans?
Well, I really want to win the RBT. When the moment you go there in New York, there were very kind players. They were really social. They talked a lot with you. Really shout out to them. They're really kind to us European players.
Nice. That's nice
And
to hear.
also, when you play them, you see a big gap of level they play.
Hmm.
My meaning of that, if you play a good player, you really see the difference when you play just a player that wants to enjoy the game or you just made that deck and want to try it at the RBT. Um, you really see the difference of playstyles. That's why James Ark, like Eric Chen, Eric Chai, Gary Yu, they are top players, and you
Yeah,
feel it the
you
moment
feel
you
it.
play them. You really know that's the top player because of the uh, big gap against normal players and
Mm.
their level. And I want to get to that level also.
Yeah, to get yeah, you now you have the experience, yeah, to face such opponents, because yeah, at our locals they're like really top players. Yeah, we have Tom Tubex. He won a YCS before,
Hmm.
and that's it. Like back in the day, we had Sebastian Gonzalez, like probably the best player ever, Belgian player. I
Yeah.
played him 2 times at nationals, and that's like the best player I ever played.
I
It's
played
like the
him
best.
also two times, and everybody warned me about his play. Be very careful.
Yeah,
He won one, and another game last time I won one. So it's like 1-1 against
One
me and
one.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost
But
two
indeed,
times, sadly, in top 16 once, and one time just before top. So yeah.
yeah. And also, I want to win Ultimate Time Wizards. Konami made it very good tournaments to play against in. So you really want to go to those places. And the next one is YCS Bolonga. I hope they stay at a Wise to make an Ultimate Time Wizard of Edison and don't make it GOAT. Um,
That would be a shame, right? I don't like goat, so I'm biased, but yeah, I think Edison is yeah popular enough to do a
it,
tournament for,
I
right? So
I played it a lot of times, and GOAT was very fun for me. But the moment they introduced Panda Burn, it changed whole the deck
yeah, yeah,
view, and I was like, no, I don't want to play it anymore. You have just two, not many outs against some cards, and they try and trinate you. Set 5, and you know it's game.
yeah.
Uh,
Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man.
yeah. Burn in Edison is you have a lot of outs to play against it.
Yeah, true, true.
So it's still so in Edison everything is like well built. Everything could lose. Everything can win if you play it well or you know your deck very well.
Perfectly
And then
balanced, as all things
yeah,
should be.
in Tango formats and head formats I played those two, but I don't want to get all those cards.
I have the
I,
same
I
I
already
have the
have
same
seven
problem.
maps, seven
Yeah.
full maps full of cards. If I also need to do them, you need to imagine. Friends wants to ask me, "Hey, Homing, I want to play Tango. Can I borrow those cards from you?" Are you kidding me? I need to find in what 12 maps if I
Yeah, 12
really want
maps.
everything to play everything multiple times. Oh no, really.
No, no.
So I'm
You
not
should
sure about extra formats to play.
yeah, you should host locals at your place then, so you don't have to move all the maps.
Yeah,
It is a
possible.
possibility, right? It's a possibility. So yeah, Homin, thank you very much for this interview and just yeah have a nice talk about the format, so about your previous achievements
You're
in
welcome,
Edison.
man.
I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, we see each other at our local, so take
Definitely.
care